Hi there, hope you're doing good. So here I'm with an updated files demo. So this file is basically a sales point of sale, you can call it. So it's a sales record as well as management, inventory management and the dashboard and the detailed dashboard as well. So I'll go through each and every step, one by one. So first of all, let me share that this all this data you can see on this sheet is dummy data and it has nothing to do with the real data. So it's just for the testing. So let me go through all the sheets, how these are working and how we can control these things. So there were two tabs, two shops to be maintained. It's Indy and Taiwan. And we can select the shop in here. There is a dedicated date section where you can double click and select the date instead of typing in manually and making some mistakes. So you can just double click on any of the cells and it will pop you up a calendar and you can select the date from that. So this is how you can use it. And here we have a list of all the employee names and there is a tab with the name controls. Here we have given all the name for the shop names. If you are going to increase more shop, you can always select in here. If you are going to increase more employees, you can always add the signatures of those employees in here. And similarly for the mode of payments. These are the products uh, I have just copy pasted from a website or something. So these are all dummy and these are the commissions you can use on these date on against these products. This is the inventory and these are the stocks, how we are going to maintain these. So if there will be any addition in the any uh, anything selected on the daily sales, this will get deducted from the stocks accordingly from the shops as well. So this is basically inventory and these are the stocks remaining. Okay, so this is the input section where you need to enter the date, employee name, shop name, item description, whatever the name. You can always type in here, like maybe 22 and you will get pop up with the relevant sheet. So if you will type in 2 or maybe EEER, sorry, EA, and you will be seeing all the available options with the matching EA so that you can select easily. Then the quantity. If you are going to use quantity 1 or 2, this will get multiplied by the total of the total cost. Here you can always enter the item cost so that you can always remember that what exactly is the amount you are selling for that product for a particular client. So for example, why we have added this, because this is going to keep you keep you a record of, like, the same product you might sell the same product on a different price with the different to the different clients. So it's a good way to remember that what is the item cost you have selected for that particular item. And this is the sale price, or the payment you can call. So if someone is paying the full payment or half payment, you can always select this and select the mode of payment, whatever the payment mode he is using. But if there is this exception that if it's not a payment thing but it's a layaway thing, you can always select the layaway from here. And what this will do, this will activate the right side of the sheet, which is I'll go to that point. Okay, so if the payment is partial, you can always select the second payment in here, and this mode of payment as well. So sometimes you said if someone is paying something in cash and something by card, so you can always select both of these two dates, sorry, both of these, and these will get accommodated. Now if the profit is being shared with someone else, you can always select the other person who's helping the seller, so the profit will get shared with that person as well. So for example, if this one is currently being sold by, let's say, this one, maybe MRU. So if he's taking the whole commission of 3%, but if he is sharing this commission with someone else, so you will see this will get half, and the cost will also get deducted from that. You can see it's now 0.5%, and 0.5% will be going back to the VR and half to the MRU. So this is the setup. So you just need to select the name of the person to whom with you want to share the profit. Now the notes section is a manual input where you can enter anything you would like to enter. So I would like to add something in here. So in order to keep the record of the comments, you need to go right click and add the comments, which you can also do with the Control Alt M or window Command Alt M. This way, if you will enter any comments in here, you can keep the record of these by clicking on the right top, and you can see all the comments in here, right? Like this. If I'll add a comment, you will see this comment get popped up in here. So, but there is another way. You can right click on it and insert a note. If you want to just keep a text in it, just to keep you remind, you cannot have the record of this. So I would suggest to keep a comment with Command Alt and M. Let me delete the note. Or if you don't want to do that, you can always have a comment type in directly in the cell as well. Now, having said that, here you can add the ID of the customer, name of the customer, and the customer phone number, which is also a good record if you want to keep. Now the yellows, now you can see the section starting with the 1 2 3 4 5. This is basically the payments from the layaways. So as soon as you will select a layaway in here, you will be basically activating this side. And why I kept these 4 columns yellow and then 4 columns orange, just to keep, just to remind you that all, if you are going to fill out the layaway number 2, you have to fill out all the 4 columns. Similarly, once you have selected the layaway in here, you don't need to obviously you are not using the payment mode, but you must be taking something from from the buyer. So what you have to do, you can select the row, you can go to the number 1 and select the employee name, select the date by double clicking on it, and the payment the person is making, and the mode of payment, is it a cash or Zelle or PayPal, whatever there. So you have to fill out all the 4 columns once you are taking the payment for a layaway. Similarly for this one, for the second payment, for the third payment, for the fourth payment. So this is how you can go away go onward with it, with the layaways. So this is basically the whole input section. And the punchline here was the payment mode. So if you are using the payment mode, you can always use these 2 columns to get the payment, and you can share the profit with this person, and that's it. But if you're going with the layaway, you have to go beyond that, and obviously, yeah, enter the ID, customer, and customer phone number, and then with the layaways, these are 1 2 3 4 to 30 are basically with the layaways. So this completes the input section, and once you have input everything in here, you can see there are 3 more sheets. These 3 sheets are basically are same, and here you can see the Indy daily totals. So this is basically segregating the shop names from here. So if you are using some Indy shops in here, Indy shop sales and twin top shop sales, you can see all the totals for the Indy in here for that date. And here you can see an orange line. So this orange line is basically highlighted on that particular date. So for example, if today is 7th February, this orange line is here, but tomorrow this will automatically get shifted in here. So you don't need to find out which is the date today. The today's date will always get highlighted, and you can see, oh yes, here it is. So we have total net sale of 255, including the layaways like this in here. And here you can see you have to find out what is the cash amount in here. So you have to enter the pounds, sorry, the dollar, number of dollars, $100, how many bills are there for $100, how many $50 bills are there, how many $20 bills are there. So here you can enter 1 2 3 4 5, whatever the amount of the dollars bills are present in that day. So as soon as you will do that, you will get the total of that, and you will be matching the total sale of $255 for that day. And similarly, you can do this for the twin. You can scroll down, and you will get a highlighted row, which is the today's date, and you have to match the cash sale against the cash in hand. So these are the 2 sheets, and in between this is a daily transaction date. So what this is showing you, this is showing the sale for that particular selected date on this cell, or you can always delete this cell, and it will show you current dates, uh, all the transactions. So now you can see today's dates, all the transactions are here, which is 7th February 2023. But if you want to select any particular date, you can always go ahead and select the date, and it will show you all the transactions, including all the layaways on that particular date. So what I'll do, let me go back and select the 6th February, and see if we have any layaway. So we don't have it. Yeah, we have one layaway payment from this seller, so from this buyer with the ID this and this and that. So if we have multiple layaways payment, you will all see all the layaway payments on that particular date. So you don't need to scroll down on the right side and find out the dates of each layaways. You can always jump in on this sheet in here, daily transactions all, and just select the date. And if the date is available, if any of the information available on that date, that will all be reflected in here. So yes, you can see. Let me add a transaction for that for today's date. Let's say so this is 7th February. Let me sorry 8th. Let me make it 7th so that we can see another transaction in here, and you will see another transaction popped up in here right now. We will be clearing the sheets once we are done with it. We will be deleting the extra tabs, but this transaction should be record in here. Let me quickly change a date and let's see if that gets popped up. It's taking a bit while for some reasons, but the whole idea here is to just show the all the transaction of that particular day of the date in here. You can see all the both the entries are in here. Let me make some changes so that you can see these are two different entries. Let's make it 60. This will take a bit while to get update, obviously, but you will see it updated in here. So this is the whole reason, this is the whole logic to just select the date, any particular date. Let me freeze it so that you can always see the date column and you can switch the date from anywhere. So obvious. Okay, so let's leave it and it will get updated. We'll get back to it soon. Now I'll take you to the control section where you can select. Yeah, I think we have already discussed this. Now there is an additional thing to keep the inventory maintained. So this is the all stock against all the items, and this is at descending order. Sorry, ascending order. And here you can see the minimum, the lowest stock item on the top, and this is basically top sorry lowest 50 stock items. So all the items with the less than or is equal to 50 stock items, these will get represented in here so that you can always have a at a glance look that yeah, these items are getting short, and you have to take some action on these, and these are all the items with more than 50 items in stock available. So this is the complete list, and this is the segregated list. So the reason to make this section is just to highlight that these items are getting short in quantity, and you have to arrange these or something. So, and there is another section where we are taking the custom requirements. So if someone is making any custom requirement, you can always use the custom order item section in here. You can select the custom order, and then you can add the notes in here against that custom order, whatever the requirement for the customers in here. So if you will make any of the changes in there, those will get reflected in here, and you can always keep a record of all the custom orders. I think it's still updating the last one. So so whatever the changes or any custom order you will be making, keeping a record on the daily sales, that will get reflected in here, and you can always jump in on this tab and you can see, okay, these are the custom orders you have to take care of. Maybe you need to arrange those, or maybe manufacture a new one or something. Okay, I think we can see the 60 updated in here. The new details, you can see this is all automatically updated that there is a custom order. And here we should be see, yeah, we can see this on 20 on 7th February. You can select the name of the seller as well. Let me quickly fill in it. So maybe on twin date, twin shop, VR has added maybe 20 items are needed and whatever the cost for that is. So those should get reflected in here. Yes, on the twin shop, it's taking a bit. Yeah. So VR has booked something with these details, and whatever the customer phone names or the other things are in here, you will those will get reflected in here. The this should get reflected under the notes. I'll take care of this. Okay. So this is a tab where you can keep the custom order record. Now the last section is here. So these are the reviews we have already made on this sheet. And the last two sections, I think we have added some sheets, but I'm not going to discuss those because those has nothing to do with it. And these are ample sheets. And I think these should be sufficient for all the interpretations as well. Let me zoom it out. Okay, so this is the dashboard where we can see the details, and I'll show you how you can read this. So there are three controls. Here you can select the month, you can select the date, sorry, the year, and the seller or employer, whatever you like to say. So the first few charts are not depending on the employer you are selecting. Let me show you how you can read those. So the first chart is basically the charts are basically for February 2023 only. Here you can see the daily charts, daily sales with the profit, sale price, and the item cost. And here you can see on the February 1st, these are the two towers, the green and blue towers, high towers, showing the high sale and high profit on the date, on that particular date. So each sale on each date will get reflected in here with all the profit, sales, and items for each sales. And here you can see the totals for the cost, sales, and profit. So this chart is basically showing monthly distribution per day. This chart is basically showing the monthly distribution shop wise. So there are two shops, Twin and Indy, and here you can see on the for the month of February there is $4,470 profit from the Twin shop, and Indy shop has $604 profit. Here you can see the year-to-date sales comparison with the cost. So the cost was so you have good amounts, and here you can see the comparison of the values like the total profit again the total cost. So the profit is uh, low with compared to um, the total cost. And on this chart, okay, so this chart is basically showing the total days. So this is showing the all the entries, all the transactions made on any date. So if there are 6 transactions on a date, you will see 6 entries, but in here these are aggregated for a date. So for the month of February there are 2 dates where you have made the transaction, and for the month of sorry, for the 1st February, these are the totals for all three, the sales, cost, and the profit, and this is the for the sales, cost, and profit as well. Let's move to the second chart. This is basically shop wise, and we have already discussed it, and you can see the distribution of the profit uh, from the chart from the both the shops, and here is the table number format. The third chart is basically monthly distribution of the item descriptions. So here you can see which item is being sold or and what is the profit on each item in here. So all the items, if any particular item is being sold 3 or 4 times, that will aggregated for that month, for the month of selected month like February. And here you can see the chart. Let me move the chart a little down so that you can see all the entries. Basically, there could be more than 100 entries, but we cannot move the chart so down so that you can see all the entries. So you can basically see all the charts, all the values in here. You don't need to see values, but still if you want to see the values, you can always move the charts left or right. For the fourth chart, this is basically on employees. So in the month of February, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees which have performed. Though we have so many other employees as well, but for the month of February, these 5 employees have made some transactions, and this is the distribution. Like for the VR has made the highest profit for the month of February. Though we have already passed 7 days in this month, but yes, good profit and good sales. And here you can see the bars for the profits, sales, and the cost for each employee. So there will be 3 bars for each employee, and yeah, VR is the significant one. Now let's move to the employees sales dashboard. So what was these? These were all the Twine Malik monthly sales record, but these charts are basically employee based. So you can see the pink line underlaying these two charts. So these two charts are basically related to employee sales card. This is basically monthly performance for the VR because you have selected VR. If you will select Dave or something else, you will see the chart will get updated for that particular selected employee. Okay, so VR has made these are all the transaction, each and every transaction for the month of February. And here you can see all the transaction from all the entries, all the months from VR for all times. You can read it out. Okay, so now these charts, these two charts are being interpreting the commissions, and this chart is basically maintaining the showing the inventory in a graphical way. So the commission chart is showing the monthly commission distribution for each employee, and here you can see KCF, and yes, this is being sorted ascending. So you can always see so the highest commission getter will be on the leftmost column. So this is the highest one, and VR is having $35 for the month of February, and this is the all-time commission. So the VR is still going down, and the KC all-time commission has KC is still highest. I think you are making the entries only for the month of February. This is why it's showing the same values in it. And now this is the inventory. So obviously, yeah, you can always see the lowest inventory will be at the top, and you can immediately see, yes, this is the item which is getting short, and you have to do something about it. And this is the total inventory, the uh, the inventory of the item with more than 50 quantities available. On the last chart, this is the scorecard showing the layaway to be collected, and this is your debt on the sorry. So this is giving you a quick view that there are $187,000 you have to collect from the buyers. So that's it from my side. Please let me know if I missed something, or if you need any further clearance on anything. I'll fix the comment part on on this tab. So looking forward for your review. Have a nice day ahead. Bye.